Welcome to the bottom of the rabbit hole. Salute to you for tuning in. You are always appreciated. This video is going to explain my theory on how Neo and Trinity return in the Matrix 4 based on the little bits and pieces of information we have so far, mixed with a dash from other forms of Matrix media that I've experienced. And if this is your first time down here, or you simply want to know everything you can about the Matrix universe, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss out on any future Matrix updates. Shooting ended in San Francisco, the casting news has slowed down, we know the next round of shoots will take place in Germany, and anything else is unconfirmed. Do not trust any source that refers to the Matrix 4 as a reboot, potential prequel, or is based in any kind of time-traveling plotline. As far as explaining the return of Neo and Trinity, at this stage all we can do is speculate. I keep seeing this question all over the internet. Neo and Trinity both die at the end of the Matrix Revolutions. How can they come back? Well, the first thing I'd like to point out is that they both already died in the Matrix trilogy. Neo dies at the end of the first film, and Trinity dies towards the end of the Matrix Reloaded. In both of those cases, Neo and Trinity both died inside the Matrix, and we see them resurrect each other in each instance. So it is important to take a moment to recognize that these characters are no strangers to the concept of being resurrected within the franchise. In my initial Matrix 4 announcement video, I did mention that there is a distinct difference between their individual deaths and the Matrix Revolutions, because Neo dies inside the Matrix, but Trinity dies outside the Matrix in the real world when the hovercraft crashes into the Machine City. While I can only expect that all of this will be fully explained in the Matrix 4, let's go over what we know so far. In Revolutions, both Neo and Trinity's bodies are located within the Machine City. After Neo's death during the final fight with Agent Smith, we see a flatbed machine carry Neo away, but we do not know where that machine has taken Neo's body or what they have done with it. We are also not shown what happens to Trinity's body, but the machines confirm that they did not recycle Neo or Trinity's physical remains in the real world. The plot within the Matrix Online starts with fragments of Neo's residual self-image scattered across the Matrix and Morpheus demanding Neo's body be returned to Zion in the very first chapter, a request that the machines ultimately declined. If you want to better understand what happened to Morpheus in the Matrix Online, I'll leave links in the description box for anyone who missed the Meeting with Morpheus video. In that video, I also show how the Oracle's cookies could have been used to back up Morpheus's consciousness, which could apply to Neo and Trinity. They could have been backed up by the Matrix, but since we don't ever see Trinity eat any cookies in the Matrix trilogy, and Neo declines the Oracle offering of candy in the Matrix Revolutions, as he arrived before the cookies were finished, I doubt it is going to go that route, at least not by way of Oracle cookies. We also already have evidence that the machines kept Trinity and Neo's remains. Towards the very end of the MXO storyline, Trinity returned inside the Matrix. Again, what was done with her remains between Revolutions and the Matrix Online was never explained fully, or the specific details of how she was able to return, but it was confirmed that she did return prior to the game going offline. Fast forward to the announced return of both Neo and Trinity being in the Matrix 4, and factor in the little bits of footage taken by the local residents of San Francisco, and we can see that Neo inside the Matrix 4 is sporting the contemporary, long-haired, and bearded version of Keanu Reeves. The more footage I see, the more I continue to believe that Neo and Trinity were reinserted into the Matrix in a more Vanilla Sky-like fashion. In that film, Tom Cruise plays the main character, David Ames, the owner of a large publishing company, only he doesn't realize that he is in a virtual lucid dream state until the very end of the movie. I use the Vanilla Sky example for two reasons. The first being the cinematographer John Tall from Vanilla Sky has worked with Lana Wachowski on both Cloud Atlas, Jupiter Ascending, and is also on board for the Matrix 4. The other reason is that I know most people have not read the Matrix comic titled Goliath. In the comic, the main character is at one point reinserted into the Matrix as a reward for his service, and what are only a few minutes in the real world equates to an entire lifetime of experiences inside the Matrix. So the idea here is that since Neo saved the Matrix and Machine City, both Neo and Trinity were then reinserted into the Matrix as a reward for saving both worlds and given the opportunity to live out normal blue pill lives inside the Matrix, unaware of the previous events from the original Matrix trilogy. It would explain why the machines refused to return their remains to Zion in the Matrix Online. Now, there also has been a rumor that has been floating around that claims Neo is the CEO of a gaming company or tech corporation of some kind. As we know from the original Matrix film, Prior to running into Trinity and Morpheus, Thomas Anderson was a computer programmer at the MetaCortex software company. Is he now reinserted into the Matrix as the boss of that company or one like it? Another thing I find interesting about this rumor is that it sounds very similar to the so-called leaked audition dialogue, which you can listen to here on this channel. While the sources to those alleged auditions are certainly questionable, it should be noted that the original videos the audition audio was recorded from have since been removed from the internet altogether. We also have seen the San Francisco film crew shooting Neo and Trinity in what appears to be a coffee shop, while that same alleged dialogue makes reference to what? A coffee shop. I also found a tweet of an extra who applied for multiple roles, including cafe patron, tech worker, and neighbor with car, all of which could support this rumor. So while the audition tapes and the Neo CEO rumor absolutely have suspicious origins, neither directly debunk my original theory, nor does any of the leaked San Francisco footage that we've seen so far make me feel any less confident. You can let me know how you think Neo and Trinity will return in the Matrix 4 in the comment section below. And remember, as one realizes that one is a dream figure in another person's dream, that is self-awareness.